Hey, welcome back to Two Ski Geeks, where we help you get your geek on. It's your boy Will Call. I've got a pile of books here in front of me that I want to get to you as quickly as possible because it's a big pile. This is from a road trip to San Antonio, Texas, about 2 weeks ago. Shout outs to Alien Worlds comic book store on San Pedro, and also the Half Price bookstore on San Pedro. Both of them. Appreciate you guys for the long time years that I've been going to you. Was glad to get back to San Antonio after being away for a long time. And let's get to this real quick. And I'm going to put you on the document cam so we can move through these books as fast as possible because this is a big pile. All right. So first book that I found there is this Batman Joker War. Number 95. This is from the James Tynion series. So that's 95 and 96. This is all part of the Joker War series. And these came out probably around 2019 or 20, something like that. Good books, fantastic books to have, especially with Tynion writing on the books. Yeah, you definitely want to get these in your collection, the whole Tynion series. And Tynion is a great writer. You definitely want to, or people call him Tynan as well, but you definitely want to get these books, the whole series in your collection. All right, now I'm going to keep on moving because I'm talking too much. This one is a little dinged up. It was in a dollar box. It was unprotected and raw, but this Vampirella Unholy War, issue number 5, and then number 6. And I don't know how well you can tell here, but there are some problems along the spine, but still love it. The Lucio Perillo is the artist on both of these, and Perillo is a phenomenal artist. So those Vampirella books on Dynamite Comics, you definitely want to get those in your collection because Lucio is just smashing every single cover every time. All righty. This is an old magazine from 1994, January 94. I just bought it because of the fact, again, it was in a $2 box, but this has some Backlash on it and Grifter from Image, and also has a story about Alan Moore, an interview with Alan Moore, talking about Batman movies, even back in in 94. So it's probably with the movies that had George Clooney, or no, not George Clooney, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer is most likely the series movies. But anyway, moving forward and taking this pile off, so that way we'll go keep going with City of Bane, number 82. And these are all Batman. These are all Batman books. 83, the City of Bane storyline. 83, Michael Janine is on the Michael Janine is the artist on these covers. Tom King is the writer on these books, and Tom King was the writer before James Tynion or Tynion took over the series. So these, as you see, these numbers came just a little bit before the 95, 96. Now you have 84 in this storyline. And then keep this rhythm moving. Qui-Gon. It's Qui-Gon, Star Wars Qui-Gon Solo, one hit story that's or one enclosed story in itself. I just had to get this one. This is a variant. I have a regular cover, but I don't have this. I didn't have this variant until finding it in the box there, and I did not pay $3.99 for it. Then I found this Hellstorm, or Damien Hellstorm. I already had this book in my collection, but I wanted another copy of it. As again, it was just $2. So that one, and number 2 in the continuance of it. Love those Damien Hellstorm stories, and just a fun read. This was a good read. This one came out probably in the early 2000s, 2000s or late 90s. Can't quite remember, but something, what is that I see on the cover? 95 or 98, something like that. So 90s. Okay, anyway, moving out, going into the bag that's in front of me. Let's go with, oh, this one got damaged. This one, the guy put the thing in the bag and it got messed up. It was already messed up as it was. This is a Blood Syndicate book, and he just got it jacked up when he put it in the bag. I didn't even see it that way. I'm going to have to even replace this one, sadly. Yeah, he messed this up for me big time. Hate that. But anyway, Blood Syndicate. This is number 18, and it's going to be in the replacement. So, fortunately, they're cheap, but I hate to replace a replacement book. Alien Worlds Legion number 1. This is from Epic. This is one of the little sideline publishers that Marvel had, that they used to publish different fantasy books with, and one shot and kind of like Elseworld stories that weren't in the Marvel continuance. This was a Heroes Alliance book here, number 3. And these were like Golden Age heroes tellings, and heroes that you probably wouldn't recognize unless you were an older person, but they were reproductions of Golden Age heroes. And so just wanted to get these. So let's keep going with, this is number 2. Artwork is beautiful. These all came out in the 90s though, mid 90s. And number 1 on this one. And we've got, still continuing that same frame, another one with Heroes Alliance. Just tight covers. And again, in the $2 box. So no skin off my teeth. They're in beautiful shape. Just wanted to have them. The Superboy, number 2 in the series, Superboy. I don't have many, if any, of these, so it was just good to have these. This is by Carl Kessel, was the writer, and this is number 1 of it as well. So I didn't have these books at all, so I'm glad to have these in my collection. They're not really worth anything, but you never know. But get in early while the getting's cheap, and in a $1 bin or $2 bin, and you'll have something worth talking about. So this is Batman 674. This is when Batman had his back broken, and you had what's the name of the doggone character, because he was crazy. It escapes my name right now. It escapes my mind right now. But anyway, number 674. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Steel, number 1. This is my second copy of Steel, number 1. Then we've got another uncovered raw book, Batman 492. And this is all still part of the Nightfall series, when Batman eventually was going to get his back broken. 491. And of course, and this is the lead up, these were all books that led up to 500, and I'm sorry, 499, issue 499, when Bane did break his back. This is one of the variants of 499 of when Bane broke Batman's back, or Bruce Wayne's back. But this is one of the variant covers of that book. And it's a 668. And of course, this is again still when you had the replacement Batman. And it still won't come to me the name of the doggone character. And I'll put it into the comments as I edit the video, but it just won't come to me. Let's see here. 505. No, 585. No, 505. 505. As you see, they kept Batman they kept Bruce Wayne out of the running for a long time. He was not Batman for quite a while before he came back with that broken back. 503. And Kelly Jones was killing those covers. Everyone, some people are like my man down in San Antonio, my good brother from another mother, Mike. He loves the Kelly Jones art rendition of Batman with the long pointy ears. 504. But now that does it for Batman for now. Let's see what else I can pull out of here. Dreadstar. This is a series by Jim Starlin, who also created Thanos, who also created, well, not created, but was one of the more famous writers on Captain Marvel, particularly when he went to the red and blue costume. Jim Starlin, genius, plain genius, and a beautiful writer and artist. So that's number 7. And this is number 8 on the backside. I'll try to keep on moving quickly. This was a special I guess, a tribute magazine to Leonard Nimoy. Just saw that in the box and I thought it was really cool to have. Awesome thing to find. Then we've got Pinhead versus Martial Law, a horror comic, and I just thought was a pretty unusual book to find, but this is number 1 of Pinhead versus Martial Law. And we know from Pinhead was from Hellraisers, just a cool cover. This is a Stormwatch book, number 11. I did not collect these books when they came out from the New 52. I didn't do a good job of collecting the Stormwatch books at all. So found a Steel book. This is number 6 in the collection, and he is fighting Hardware from the Milestone series. And this one, it has some spine problems along this, but you know what? I'm still very proud to have the book. And sadly, yeah, these books with Steel and Hardware, Blood Syndicate, they got beat up, and that's typically what happens with those books. The Milestone books are always getting mistreated in the books, in the bins, but that's okay. You can still try to find them in better shape and cheaper. Okay, this was a pretty cool thing to find in the $2 box as well, or half price books, half price. So they were $2.95 on the cover, so paid what, $1 and whatever, yeah, 75 cents each or something like that. So either way, $3, $1.50. And History of the Universe, History of the DC Universe, and this is number 2. So on the other side was book 1 and book 2. $3 for the whole pack. What a bargain. What a bargain. Then we've got The Adventures of Superman. This is Back from the Dead, as we knew that he got killed by Doomsday. And this is one of those covers that was beginning to preview him coming back to life after the Doomsday killing of Superman. Then we got another weird horror book, Samaree. Just thought it was a cool cover, weird as hell, but just wanted to have it in the collection. And we've got, that's number 5, number 4 of Samaree. And I found these X-Men books, number 31 and number 30, when Scott and Jean got married. On number 30 in the X-Men series that Jim Lee was the artist on, the more famous series that everyone loves from the early 90s. That there are probably thousands of those books out there, but anyway, still glad to have it. Going back to Dreadstar, number 15. And number 16. And then we've got, going back to Dreadstar, keeping in that vein, number 12. And number 11. I mean, you have to admit, Jim Starlin, and he's such a nice person. He's a great artist, and he's a nice person. If you ever get a chance to meet him at a comic book convention, take your books over there to get him to autograph and talk to him for a while. You know, learn his thoughts about in the collection. I'm sorry, in the creation of Thanos, in that Iron Man number 55. Anyway, keep on moving. Dreadstar number 14, and Dreadstar number 13. And he was Jim Starlin was the one also created Pip the Troll in that series with Adam Warlock. He created the Adam Warlock character. But going back anyway, changing on to this Dreadstar Annual number 1, and this is Dreadstar number 17. I didn't have I have Dreadstar in my collection downstairs in the archives, but I didn't have this high up in the numbers. I have this one right here though, number 4. I had like number 1 through I think maybe 1 through 7 on these Dreadstar books, and a lot of people love these stories because they were like space adventures that were really cool, almost space fantasy. Best way to say it. Here we are with Dreadstar number 10, number 9, number 6, and number 5. You can see I pretty much almost collected the whole run of Dreadstar, finding these in the $2 bin. Going back to the City of Bane, so Batman number 85. So that shows that I collected that. I have that whole run 83, 4, and 5 in this series here with City of Bane. And what else is next? More Damian Hellstorm, number 10 from that same series I showed you earlier, and then number 3. So I've shown you 1, 2, and 3 from this series. And we're halfway done, almost there. Batman Curse of the White Knight. This is book 7. Book 6. And these were done by Sean Murphy, written and drawn by Sean Murphy, another fantastic artist and writer. This is number 5. 4. 3. 2. And finally, number 1. So any gaps that I may have had, they're gone now. I found these in a $2 box and blessed to have them. Awesome. Or actually they were in a half price box. So whatever the cover price was. So it may have been less than 2. And anyway, Deep Space Nine number 1. I never had this one, so I love this first edition of Deep Space Nine from Malibu, probably the original publisher of Deep Space Nine. And it's an honor to have this one. I love the Deep Space Nine series, and particularly when they went into the 3rd, 4th season. Was when they started really getting good, when they started going to war, and my man became the emissary for the Bajoran people. Avery Brooks is the real name. But anyway, I'll put that in the comments as well. Having a brain fart. Can remember every doggone character of the captain, but except his right now. Anyway, that's shameful, sad on my part. Challenge of the Unknown number 12. It was raw, but it looks pretty good. And that was from probably the 90s that I showed that was published. Then we've got come out of there. Oh, this was really cool. From the movie Big. I never knew there was a comic book about Big, but for Tom Hanks. But yeah, from 1988, Big. Really, really cool. Had no idea it was a comic book. And yeah, an honor to find that one in the half price box in the bookstore. Curse of the World's Finest. And I love the World's Finest. I love those Batman, Superman stories. was inspired by those that were republished when I was in elementary school in the little pint-sized pocket comic books that were black and white. Fell in love with the World Finest stories back then in elementary school. This is another Heroes Alliance. This is number 2. And then I've got a Batman 500 with Bane getting his behind whooped after he has broken Batman's back. Doug Mensch was the writer, and Jim Aparo. So they did a great job on this book. This is my second copy. This is not in the best shape, but still, it's still great to have a milestone issue number 500, and have several copies. This is going back to the Batman series number 93. Number 90. 88. And if you're not tracking, I think Ben Affleck is going to, no. There's going to be something with Deathstroke and Batman. They're talking about doing something so far. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a cartoon movie. I think it's going to be either a show or a movie with Deathstroke and Batman. So stay tuned to see what's going to happen. And if you want to see the first Deathstroke, Batman was in the first Deathstroke series by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, and I think they were issues 6, 7, and 8. If you want to find them, look at what I just said, and you'll find issue 6, 7, 8. That's the first battle between Batman and Deathstroke. I just added those to the my collection just about a week or so ago. Batman number 87, and then 86, and that does it from Half Price Bookstore. And I'm almost done. So let me do the Alien World books real fast, and then end this show as quickly as I possibly can. Gotham by Midnight. These were done by Ray Fawkes. Ray Fawkes, a British writer who always does things for DC so far as like the Justice League Dark things, the characters involving magic. I think he also did Ragman. He did some Justice League Dark. And I'll pause right there because I might say something incorrect, but for sure, Gotham by Midnight, number 9, number 7, number 6, number 5, cool Spectre cover, with Ben Templesmith as the artist on this one. Yeah, they changed. So Ben Templesmith, who did, 30 Days Night, a famous vampire story, 30 Days Night. And I think they also did a movie with 30 Days Night. But 30 Days Night artist, Ben Templesmith, with Ray Fawkes as the writer, number 4. Number 3. Templesmith's just killing these covers, man. Just killing them. Another number 3. Number 2. Another number 2 variant. Number 1. And number 1. Those were in the half price box. So loving the prices on those. Almost done, y'all. This is my second copy of Death, the High Cost of Living. This is number 3 of 3, but I have the whole series. I believe this is probably my third copy of this one, of number 3, but I think I have a whole series twice. I'm gonna pull. Oh yeah, so these are the fun ones. So let me put the glory books. Put those to the bottom of what I'm going to show you. Going back to Batman number 497 again. So I'm sorry, I was wrong, and when I said the number was 499, it was 497 when Batman got his back broken here. And so yeah, Then we've got Criminal by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This is one of the first of the series between the two of them with the Icon label publisher. Very, very serious and seriously good series, and highly recognized for great artwork and writing. Brubaker always does great things with mystery and detective crime stories. Do yourself a favor, and you can see it already on the cover. It says a Harvey Award winner for best writer. Brubaker he's a bad man. He's also the one who helped create Winter Soldier and Captain America when he wrote that. And so that was number 3. Number 2. Oh, number 1 wasn't in the box. Oh, too bad. I might have it downstairs. Anyway, Punisher Noir. One shot, number 1. And then I had to get this one because this here, if you guys don't know, this Ultimate Doom. So this was the first appearance of a character called the Maker. He's the evil version of Reed Richards. He always looks like when you see the Maker, he looks like he has like that monster, the alien, that long head. Well, the helmet looks like an alien head helmet with that long head or long head helmet, whatever type look. So that's the Maker, evil version of Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe. And so now let's get into the books that I feel were very, very proud to add to my collection. I'll use that one. That one will be my capstone. So let's start with Captain Marvel number 50. This is not the capstone book, but we're almost there. I only have like 4 more books to show you. Captain Marvel number 50. Love that one. And then we've got these old Flash Gordon books from the 60s from King Comics publisher. And they are in beautiful shape. 12-cent cover price. Just love this one. Yeah, I wish I could have found number 1, but it wasn't in the box. But this is another one. It's number 6. More Flash Gordon goodness. Number 6. And then number 5. I'm sorry, number 10. I guess I have the number 5 stuck in my head. And then lastly, my capstone book, of which I was extremely proud to add to this collection because it was a hole that is now filled. Fantastic Four number 30. Love old Fantastic Four books. My goal is to eventually own every single book 1 through 100. The first 100, it will cost me probably a leg and an arm or whatever to do it, but that is the goal. So this is one more hole that is now filled with number 30 being purchased. And so now I'm going to take you guys off of the document camera and I'm going to wrap up this show. So that was my fun time of book collecting in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you again, San Antonio. My San Antonio family and friends from Dallas all the way down to Corpus Christi and even to Houston on the other side, on the east side. Love you guys. I appreciate you. It was good to be back. And it's always a pleasure to be with you with Two Ski Geeks. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, which I should have said in the beginning of the doggone of this show, but I was rushing to get through these books because it was a big pile. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you spending your time with us. We'll have a new Flash banner for intro and outro for the show pretty soon. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Two Ski Geeks. Don't forget to get your geek on with Two Ski Geeks, and we'll holler at you later. Peace.